was a coincidence. Like, it obviously wasn't, but you know, we're just focused on beating the team ahead of us.
Does that make it a little bit harder to focus? I mean, Richard said as it gets closer to the game, it's easier.
Yeah.
But when those first couple of days, is it just like, man?
Yeah, like you see all the stuff on social media, and you're like, you know, some of the funny comments, some of the non-funny, just like people bad. It can get to you, but like, yeah, we're over it. Like, I mean, I've experienced so much in my 4 years here that, you know, it's like I should have expected it, honestly. So yeah, but as it gets closer to game time, you know, you start going through the scouting routine, the practicing routine. Like, they're just another team, and we're excited to play.
Coach talked about tournament time and wanting everybody fresh. Has practice been pretty similar in mood, or has there been a little bit lighter feel here for the tournament?
Like, it's been the same intensity, same energy, same, you know, there's passion, there's flow, but they've been a little bit shorter just to keep our legs fresh.
There's hard schedules. There's hard schedules. The schedules you guys had in the last month, just about every other game has been against the #1 seed.
Yeah.
Have you? I mean, you've played tough teams here. Have you seen anything like what you guys had the last month? Because if it wasn't a 1, it was a 2.
Yeah, I don't know if any team has seen the February that we had. So, and if you look at the games and you watched them, you can see that we were in a lot of them, or we kind of gave the game away. Like, we were in a very good position to win. So we're not really intimidated by anybody. We know we can play with anybody in the country when we do what we do at a high level.
I read somebody was scouting all the teams, and he said the one team that figured out a way defensively better than anybody else against Duke at full strength was Louisville.
Yeah.
And, you know, to know you're capable of that going up against anybody in the tournament, has to be confident.
Yeah, we would really want that rematch. So, you know, hopefully we can make it that far. We got to take it one game at a time, obviously, but you know, we're happy that Duke's on our side.
Yeah, they are. Minnesota is so long. They're big at guard. What challenge that present? What opportunities do they present?
I think the challenge is just how well they attack the lane. They have some guys that are really good at creating shots for themselves inside the lane, and then they have obviously bigs that can pound it down low. So the length of their guards and their slashing ability is going to be a challenge. But I think on the other end, like, you know, there is advantages to being the smaller guarded teams, because, you know, we can be quicker off the dribble. You know, we can play and spray and play. And there's a lot of other things, but yeah, it's definitely going to be tough to keep them out of the lane.
Is there an emphasis tomorrow on defensive rebounding, even for the guards like yourself?
Definitely. I mean, there's always an emphasis on defensive rebounding. That's a big part of defense. You know, you make the team miss a shot, now you got to rebound the ball, finish off the possession. We know they're a really good offensive rebounding team, so we've done a lot of box out drills, so we're ready.
Have you been practicing your bow and arrow at all?
No, I have not been practicing my bow and arrow. You know, the reason I did that was there was a fan that was in my family section up in the crowd, and they had tweeted, I made a 3 one time during the season. They were all going crazy shooting bow and arrows up there, and, you know, I tweeted back at them that I would have to do it one time, and I did it the one time in the Virginia game, and I've seen the stuff on Twitter about, you know, people talking about it now, but we're not worried about that.
Were you surprised that they mentioned that?
Yeah, a little bit surprised. I mean, it doesn't bother me at all. You know, it was a tight moment for our team, and you know, I promised I would do it, so I did it. But I don't really care too much.
The focus on Minnesota, you mentioned that there's been an emphasis on defensive rebounding, box out drills, things like that. What else? Denying the pain? I mean,
yeah, I mean, there's been a lot on crowding the lane. You know, we know once their offense breaks down, they like to go high-low with their 2 big men inside. So there's been an emphasis on crowding the lane.
Thanks, Ryan.